All right, thanks a lot for coming in. Oh, I
Yes.
can see Tim here as well. Something really exciting coming up with Tim and them as well. So, all right. So, it's been a while since I've come to the spaces. I mean, for the town hall, it's a lot of work. It's been a little bit draining, but super excited. And as you guys may know, that we were doing some fundraising and stuff. Wait, there's some echo in my mic.
Yo, 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 what's going on?
Can you guys hear me? Is it better? Okay. All right. Perfect. So, yeah, I think we've been doing a fundraising and a lot of stuff. So, just a quick update. Me and the team are in Dubai. About 10 of us. Pretty much locked ourselves up in this, in pretty much like a six-bedroom apartment. And we've been like, just it's a 7-day workshop, but like almost 12 to 14 hours a day of grind. It's ending this Tuesday, but it's pretty much a lot of things, a lot of changes, so many announcements coming up, and we just had to make sure that we meet up as a team. And it's kind of like it's fine working from different parts of the world, but it's always when you work or when you're around, it's completely a different feel. I think we are probably going to do this once every 6 months or 4 to 6 months. I think it's pretty it's been super effective. So okay. Why can't I hear any of you guys though?
What's good, Shan? Can you hear
Okay.
me?
All right. So, firstly, want to thank you all for all the trust and support. And it's not, as I said, it's not been an easy journey for any for us. And Web3 has been like pretty tiring, but happy to be one of those few teams that we are still here. We are expanding. We are growing every single day with a lot of new nice things happening, and not giving up reasons of not enough funds or anything like that, but putting ourselves out there. So we successfully finished our fundraise about few days back. It was a pretty long fundraising, not like about 8 to 10 weeks of grind, and was glad to see the amount of people that trusted us, and that pretty much funded us with, even in this market when everyone was not super bullish on NFTs. But I think the connects was has been pretty solid. So we finished our fundraise, thanks to also few of the Genesis holders who are here, we whom we presented some opportunity for investment. I think about 4 or 5 of them, who have been with us from for a long time, and or have put a lot of money in PG. So we gave them some early investment opportunities, but we brought in about 6 to 7 VCs and about like 15 angel investors, including founders such as we from Ether, and we got few other founders that we'll be announcing. But it's been a pretty supportive set from, I mean, from most of the founders and VCs and stuff, and also the product that they all felt was bullish. So that's on the one side. And on the other side, the main topic for today is about the acquisition that we announced few days back, regarding pants, right? I think a lot of you might have heard or used pants, or some of you might not have come across it yet. So we partnered with Pants in I think February of this year, and undoubtedly Pants has got one of the best dev teams that we came across in the past few months working with them. And we were like, we had some equity in them, and I think a lot of people here would have tried or used or regularly when using them. Basically, so the reason, I mean, we've been working really close with them and stuff and all those things, right? But we were looking at the bigger picture, both projects, like them existing by themselves, and and then there is also how do I say, like our own community, where PG communities has been like pretty strong, solid, and they've been users of pans, but also we need to extend or expand beyond it. So what we did some some discussions for a few weeks, and we decided it's probably better for us to become one single entity under PG, with their existing team continuing to work, and me assuming the position of a co-CEO for the product, and pushing this product forward, right? So I'm just gonna pretty much introduce the two team members who have come here. The brain behind Pants is Brian, who's here, who's recently a PG Genesis holder as well. I think it is like a few days back. And also Z. Some of you might have met her in Singapore or Bali, or mostly. So they both are the co-founders of Pants. And now that we have become a even bigger and a better family in that sense, right? But what is really bullish about this announcement, and what is mainly what you can expect, right? That's as a holder, and also as for us as a business, and for even the BTC Panda holders and things like that, right? So um, Pants has been self-sustaining by itself. People pretty much have been using them for this peer-to-peer raffle, where you can set up your NFTs as raffles. And I think some of you, like Adis here, I think Capo and them, they've tried these platforms from what I know, and they're pretty regular users as well. Like, I think Jenny is also here. So Pants is pretty much, like a peer-to-peer NFT raffles is this thing, right? But why announce the acquisition, or why work on the acquisition now and not, well, much before, right? Because as much as we like the product for peer-to-peer raffle and peer-to-peer loan, the market was really not, um, you know, uh, really it wasn't the best position for those products at that, in that moment, because it's pretty much seen mainly as a bull market product, or at least by most of them. Although the similar kind of a product in Solana called Famous Fox Federation, I think maybe some of you might have heard. It's a similar product where the NFTs are pretty much like, where people can sell their NFTs as raffles, and they're all self-sustaining and making a lot of money on a monthly basis, like, and from fees, and like, just from the peer-to-peer raffle. So we were like working on few things, and to see, then we realized a lot of products are copying us, right? I wouldn't even call copy. Let's say they're inspired by Pants. Like Looks Rare came out, and there's another one called Easy. Then there is a Dex Master or something, Raffle Dex or something like that. There's about like 5 or 6 platforms now, but the volume is nowhere close, or pretty much the quality of work and the volume is not even close to what these guys have achieved. But then at the same time, um, they've got a significant advantage now. So I think we're pretty happy to announce that the gasless feature is now available in Pans, so allowing people to pretty much participate. So pretty much, right, like we put the link here. We just announced it now. So the gasless feature being live now, meaning that people can purchase tickets for nothing, right? Like pretty much, it's pretty much similar to the Blur's deposit model, but it's all on chain. There is everything can be tracked on chain. There's a Polygon, kind of, to it works on Polygon, the purchases and stuff, to ensure that it can be verified on chain. The picks are all done on chain, but gasless, right? So that was one of the things that pretty much puts people in front. I mean, Pans in front, which is rebranded as Maxis now. But I think I want to also like bring up the next step is they've also announced their crypto raffles, so extending or expanding beyond just NFTs, allowing users to now, like, pretty much raffle off their cryptocurrencies. I think they did a USDC raffle, and pretty much just point. This is a small test, and it pretty much sold out. and also for the PG holders for the short term, we get platform discounts, right? Like the fees discounts, etc. Just some very short term benefits for now, which includes, of course, the platform fees and all those things. But more importantly, allowing us, to be pretty much the Genesis collection of the ETH side, where we do expect, people or PG holders to support these products, if at all, like anyone's looking for loans or peer-to-peer loans or peer-to-peer raffles or crypto raffles or whatever. But that's not just the bullish point, right? So this pretty much is one of the features that they recently announced. But what we are extremely bullish on, and I don't know how to put this in this. I don't think there's too much to, it's not that complicated or something, but this is something I've always tried to find a way, to look at or whatever. So there is going to be tokens as well for the platform, maxi tokens that's confirmed. The early users or the points that people have been collecting, that's obviously going to be there. Plus, as PG holders, of course, it's a no-brainer, in that sense for, you use the platform or as a holder, etc. So there's pretty much, there's going to be other benefits. Let me just ask them something if I can. Just 1 second. All right. So, what is our main product then, as pants? Okay, these things are all fine. And why did we take over? And at the same time, why we are bullish is that, we are looking at products that are fun, that people can use, that brings benefits back to PG holders. But at the same time, the revenue is also very important, right? We have been, if you guys look at Famous Fox Federation, right? The floor price of FFF is, I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think 40 sol or something. 40 sol is roughly what, 2,400 USD. And they pretty much do the same stuff like P2P raffles and P2P loan. But how many of you have heard of Rollbit NFTs, right? Like Rollbit NFTs Rollbit is pretty much another, like a casino platform, but they also have their own NFT collection, right? So what Pants or Maxis is, or Pants is kind of the path that they're taking now. What we decided was to not just stop at the peer-to-peer raffles, but proceeding with a gambling casino license, and also creating products and taking up, products that you are familiar with, like, that have been generating revenue for the project. So as a PG holder, the expectation is not just to, we're not expecting PG holders to go and gamble or into the platform as such, right? But the aim is to use the license and use the GTM is pretty straightforward for us, the go to market strategy for a, for a casino platform, but bringing that benefits back to, PG holders and the users of the platform in general, is pretty much the target. So they're going towards, first product that they're dropping would be like a, like a coin flip, and a few other products that will slowly coming up. So the aim, as I mentioned, is, to have, I've always, I think a lot of them are, as a, the chance to be the house rather than, always going into casinos and gambling and losing money, is pretty much one thing that we were extremely bullish on, because I couldn't do it under PG, because PG is a bigger, entity. But imagine like PG as being the tech house, or the big player, but then having multiple products under PG, right? And one of the main products will be pants, and bringing that benefit back to holders with the revenue that could be generated. So yeah, pretty much in the short term, gasless peer-to-peer raffle is already out. Gasless, peer-to-peer, loans, crypto raffles, degen coin flips, and a full-on casino route. Pretty much. So in short, what we are looking from Maxi is pretty much like, almost like a, in a way you can say it's a combination of Famous Fox and, Rollbit NFTs, in a sense of how, or what, if you easiest way for people to imagine. And both of them have been extremely successful, and they've been successful in bringing value back to holders. And also the tokens as such, it's pretty much, going to, uh, be based on the rev stream and rev volume. And those of you who have used the platform probably would be, would have seen the quality of their work and how smooth the platform has been. So I think that's pretty much the gist of the entire acquisition, and we are hoping to pretty much bring in as much as unique products and value as possible. So this is one of the acquisitions that that we were pretty wanted to announce, and we are happy that this happened even in a bear market. How are pans going to be different, or maxi is going to be different from, let's say, existing casino platforms, or any of gambling platforms? Is pretty simple, right? Most of the problems, or most of the casinos, are where it's completely focused towards the house winning, right? uh pretty much you are the user, and the house pretty much makes the money, and we most of us lose. But here the aim is for the fees of the house going back majority to the community, to holders, to the token holders, to the platform users. Where, say, let's say, I'm not going to put some number, but let's say example, right? X percentage of the or majority of the platform fees going back to the holders, or going back to the platform users, is pretty much the main target. So where we become, where the users and people become the house, rather than just just pocketing the differences. Either ways, I think I've been using. I mean, I think a lot of them obviously gamble and stuff. It's not like we encourage gamble or whatever, but everyone does it. We just want to do it in a fun way at the same time, like as a peer-to-peer raffle. It's been fun for people that have participated, like so far. And definitely, in whatever way you guys can suggest, or uh, you know in whatever way you guys can help and assist as a community, that's what we are looking for. And I think all this while, another problem that I think those who have been with PG for a while, um, has been the, let's say, the devs, right? We never had, like in-house devs, or there's always been issues. But in the last few months, I think we have solved that heavily. One of the ways is, of course, Pans has got one solid dev team, that that's their chief dev is probably one of the best that I've seen personally. And with other acquisition, the major acquisition that we'll be announcing in probably few weeks, is they've got a massive dev team as well. They have come with us here in Dubai. There's about, like, it's a 30-member dev team. So I think what was our weakness was what we are trying to solve the last few weeks or few months. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So I'll let Z talk a little bit, if she wants to add any statements here, and then I'll open it up for questions, or detailed questions, etc.
Hello, can you hear me? Okay, I think everything has been pretty much brought up by Sean, and I just want to say that working with PG has been great, and which is why we've also decided to take on this partnership forward, and hopefully we can bring more value together with PG's community and Francis as well, and combining both strengths into just pushing the projects forward. So yeah, I think for what the future brings, or what the future for the product or the project will be, has been discussed already by Shan. And if you have questions, just feel free to open your mic or drop them in the chat.
I have a question. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, can hear you.
Okay. So one of my questions was, does PG plan on? Because I know we're doing a consolidation, so we're gonna have, if everything's still as planned, we're gonna have 10K NFTs. Like how does the where does the Bitcoin pandas NFTs fall into this? Are they like equal second to the PG new collection? Will there be like better benefits for the Bitcoin pandas because they were the original pans? I'm just trying to figure that out.
Hello? I think I
Uh,
got off. Could you repeat your question?
okay,
I
so
just
my question was, I know PG is doing a consolidation, so all of our NFTs is going to become one collection. Uh, so I was wondering, where do the Bitcoin pandas fall into the group of NFTs or whatnot? Does the PG NFTs, will they have the same benefits as the Bitcoin pandas, which was, because Bitcoin pandas was y'all's original collection for pans. So I'm just trying to figure out how will the benefits be distributed, or what will differentiate? What kind of differentiation will you have for the Bitcoin pandas versus the PG NFTs?
Hey guys, can you hear me? No,
Yeah, we
I,
can
I
hear you,
you got
bro.
hear
locked
you.
on the.
He's rugging, I guess.
Guys, can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
Okay. So this is the thing, right? So PG is a one part of PG is Maxis, all right? So Maxis is not just, PG, right? PG's got PG cap, PG's got the redacted announcement or redacted acquisition. Maxis is one of them. Let's put it this way. I'm not going to reveal the numbers, but what percentage that PG owns of Maxis, that percentage of rev share or profits would be coming back as benefits to PG holders, and what percentage is being held by PAN's or PAN's team would be going towards the BTC pandas. So that's pretty much what I can say. And I don't think majority of the acquisitions is we do not exactly announce it's a 60-40, 70-30, 51-49, whatever, right? So the for now we are the let me put it this way. The revenues are useless, or the rev split is useless if the product does not generate millions of dollars, right? So until that part is out, there is pretty much there is nothing we can talk about how we are bringing back or what percentages are being split. So for us, it's there will be BTC pandas, of course. There will be the PG ETH side of things, of course. Dead Jiras do not play a part in Maxis. So you can treat, in a way, you can treat the BTC pandas as the Bitcoin collection of pants. And so pants is pretty much gonna have their own team, and still it's gonna continue as such, right? So yeah, that's pretty much the difference, I would say. So whatever is our allocation based on our equity holdings, I think we would be pretty much be getting the share of that we would be distributing back to our holders, etc. But in terms of platform fees, discounts, and all those things, I think it's pretty much going to be the same. And pandas are pretty small. They only sold out 300 in total. So this is a product that requires a bigger user base, of course. And that's why I think when the merge also happens, which has not changed, the plan hasn't changed. So still there's going to be the 10K a new 10K merge, I mean 10K consolidation that's going to happen. So we expect a bigger user base for the platforms as we move forward. There are people that love Famous Fox. There are people that love Rollbit. There are people that love PG Cap. There are people that would love to use the redacted product as well. So one single one-stop shop would be PG. That's pretty much what we're looking at. Those who are extremely bullish on BTC as ordinals, and also mostly they don't use PG Cap, or not probably going to use the redacted product, or other benefits from PG, and they only focus on maxis for maximum benefit, then it would BTC pandas would make sense. As far as I know, Pants will have ETH collection in terms of benefits. ETH and PG collection will get the same benefits. So that part is not decided yet, and that's pretty much it's going to depend on the volume. So the main reason why Pants might even wanted to have dropped a free ETH collection before was to get user base on the platform. So, we believe probably we might not need it if there's enough users from different communities. And once we start doing AMAs across different servers, I don't think there will be a need. But that part is not decided. Mostly, we want to turn the PG. That's one of the discussions we had, was turning the PG ETH community as Genesis community. But in case, in the event that, let's say, PG community is not like as degeny, or does not create the user base along with our other AMA. So we have an AMA planned with the Creeps, I think Alpha. Then we got an AMA planned with Plague NFTs, the Plague by Pons, and a couple of other AMAs with strong, communities with the founders. So, after that, 2 to 3 months, once the products are out and etc., we would decide on, it's purely for user acquisition at the end of the day. So, yeah, that's pretty much the thing for now. So at the end of the day, right, like a lot of that is going to depend on how the market's receiving the products. We are pretty positive because I think Pants was making few $1,000s cash flow positive like the last couple of months, especially in Polygon. They reached, I think, the number one position for raffles as well. So raffles and loan, I think. So I think they're growing quite organically. Remember that ETH listings of NFTs is not even open to the public, right? So it's only been like super controlled who all get access or ability to, list their raffles, right? So yeah. Maxi is still popularity based. I think we'll pretty much be opening up we wanted to wait for gasless. The main problem is if you're going to buy a $3 ticket and pay like $10 gas fees, it's bullshit, right? So now I think that part is being sorted. There is, we'll be looking at slowly opening it up to the public. So the popularity based part, I think, is not fair, because I think people like, like Addis or Jenny, they didn't have like huge Twitter following. There was a lot of dependence on how many tickets people were buying to get the creator role, depending on whether they had a BTC Panda as well at the time. A lot of PG Genesis holders were also given opportunities. I think Zen Whale it was and is still one big pants user, both in terms of buying the tickets and also listing. So I don't think it was just a popularity based pick, but it was you need popularity for a platform, right? So what is your go to market strategy? You got to have people that can talk about the product or push it to their groups or something, else everyone's going to fail, like, so it's a long term game, right? So we just have to wait for a little bit. With the IDO race going on, and Pans is also Maxi is also, there is a fundraise going on at this moment. So that's a separate fundraise to what we fundraise for another product, right? So just not to confuse you guys, let me put it this way: PG on the top as a brand, PG Group. Let's call it PG Group. And under PG Group, one of the products that will independently perform by itself is Pans. We are just giving them this validation plus our community, that we are treating it as our own product, and they treat our community as their own community. And then under PG there is PG Capital. Under PG there is Jira Exchange, which is going to be, of course, modified. There's consolidation. There are a few other plans. Plus, we have also the main product that we have acquired is also ready to be announced in a few weeks or something. That's the product that we have fundraised for. Guaranteed token drops for our holders. Guaranteed, let's say, like, I'll leave it here, but yeah, pretty much the guaranteed token drops, and like a sustainable model that would require or allow people outside of PG or outside even the NFT space to use the product or the platform, and bringing that back. So Maxis is one unique product that we believe that the space is degeny, and PG has never been, P- we have never been like degens, right? So I think this part is going to come up, probably give us that degen element or attract the degens into our project as well. Will PG holders get tokens for our percentage of our holdings in PANs or Maxis? We would be getting a token allocation, which we will be bringing it back to our holders through GRAX. Depending on how much GRAX you hold or whatever. So we will be looking to bring it back to PG holders. Um, this question, please, because I heard it's licensed, and I'm sorry, I'm not very familiar with brands. Okay, so the license is in process. Yes, they've got experience with. I'm not. I mean, like I can't reveal too much, but they've got experiences with casinos uh, before, and they are in the process of obtaining the license. And once that's done, the main products also will start coming out. So I think the rev share would not be exactly like, hey, we made $1 million profit here, take it, right? So I think if you have seen my tweet few days back, we mentioned how we have figured out a way for any project in the space to use our product to you know share any kind of model with their holders, tokens, or how they get how much of tokens or how much of amount of dollars that they want to distribute back to holders in a legal and a non-custodial or a non-KYC way. So just wait for it. We have figured out and built a platform or product that can allow people to play. Um, Brian, can we also talk about the raffle DAOs, or what's your this thing on that? Like, or Z, one of you can give me confirmation if we can give them like you know a bit of an info about raffle DAO, and if people are interested, helping them form the raffle DAO. Okay, can I talk about it? Okay. So, one of the key strategies, I think it's not the rocket science or something. A lot of them are figured out by themselves, and that's what keeps. Why do you think Famous Fox, even in a bear market, keeps working? Right? Is not because like Capo is asking about, hey, my tickets might not sell out and etc. What works? Creating a raffle DAO. What raffle DAO means is a group of 5 or 10 people. Pretty much form a group, right? So what happens when they form a group is that you become the house. So you become the house in the sense the group becomes the house. You have a zero point 0.5 ETH NFT, all right, and you list it for zero point 0.7 ETH, right, worth of tickets. So this group of 4 5 people, they all have a zero point 0.5 ETH NFT. You have a 60% chance of winning those NFTs amongst your own group, and 40% only has to be sold to the public, which is split amongst the 5 or 6 people. Just think about it. Casinos, why do they make money? Is because they have a house edge, and house edges are normally 1% or 2%, right? So, they end up with a 52% and 53% for casinos, and casinos obviously make money. So now a group of 4 5 people, when they come together and they have their own group and they support or buy amongst themselves like 60 to 65% of the tickets, and 30 to 35% of the tickets sold by the public, the DAO still has a 65% chance to get the NFT back, plus a 35% of the tickets being definitely sold out, plus that ETH being distributed. So when you think about it, 3 out of the 5 NFTs in the long run will come back to the group, plus 35% of the sales into 5 raffles is also sold out. So do the math. It's statistically impossible to fail if the group is formed and if things are executed right, right? So if you know what you're doing, you can make pretty much a solid amount of money from this raffle DAO system that you form amongst your friends or group. And Famous Fox does that. Pants people have started doing it. There's already like 2 or 3 groups. So since it's not open completely to the public, so the number of groups that are being formed is lesser. But here, that's why we have this private AMA here in PG server, where you guys can think, like, or any questions you guys have regarding this. It's just pure math, right? When you have, imagine a coin flip, and imagine I say you have a 60% chance to win a coin flip, right? What would you do? Would you not participate in the coin flip, or would you participate in the coin flip, right? So that's pretty much the thing. And statistically, in the long run, if you have anything more than even 51% or 52%, technically it means you have an edge. So a raffle DAO creates or allows an opportunity with the right listing, or right picking up the right project, right NFT project, which are hyped, like, maybe Sappy Seals or something like, whatever, like, Azuki Elementals or things like that, and having your own group of 5 6 people. You do it, you try it once and you'll realize what I say, like, because I've tried it and it's worked. I once raffled something where my small group won the NFT back, plus I made 2x the floor. So it just gives the chance for tickets to sell out. Now what happens is the raffle DAOs start supporting other raffle DAOs. So now it turns into a thing where the public still has the same probability to win, but at the same time the raffle DAO makes the highest amount of money. So you guys who are listening to this potentially could be the house, and people that are buying your tickets for gambling purposes or taking a chance, they pretty much, their probability is not changing. So this is not like cheating, or this is nothing. Their probability is probability, doesn't matter. It's numbers. It's not like we can manipulate who wins, right? This is purely probability, nothing else, right? So yeah. Haven't thought about what Shan is saying. That's alpha. That's the thing, right? Like, there is a reason why the rich get richer and poor get poorer, is because not everyone thinks, and they don't share, they don't like to share, or they just know what they can do and they can keep making money. Which is what we want to turn our, at least our group, our small group, where let's not be the losers, let's be the winners, right? So people who gamble are going to gamble, but at least we can be the creators, we could be the planners. So where the raffle DAO supports, you guys buy tickets as well, but at the same time you guys get listed, and you have a 60 to 65% edge on on the entire thing. So if done well, I don't see why or how somebody would lose. This is a good idea for Capo. I think you guys with the Sentinels, and to form your own stuff within your Legion, Sentinels, and Renegades. I think as a DAO, it makes a lot of sense for you guys to try, because that's already a DAO by itself. So open editions, I think, yeah, open editions is bad. It doesn't the odds are no more in your favor, right? How, imagine 100 tickets and sold at 0.01 ETH, right? 100 at 0.01 ETH gets you what, like 1 ETH, right? So 100 so now the floor of that NFT was zero point 0.8 ETH, right? Now what happens is the raffle DAO buys, let's say, 0.65 ETH worth of tickets. First thing first, you get the 0.65 ETH in your hand. Then only 35% of the tickets to be sold, for which you're also going to get that money, ETH back. And now you still have 0.65% chance to win that NFT back, right? So you know you get the money of whatever you're buying, plus your this thing, plus you have a 35% chance of winning. So just I did some quick math, but here, plus having a 65% chance to win. So it's basically you're getting your like 1 ETH plus a 65% chance to win, but you're not screwing anybody up, because those who bought the 35 tickets still have a even probabilities independent, right? So they still have the same chance to win, one ticket per win. So it's not, that's why on chain is important. A lot of platforms like MetaWin, I'm not sure if they're on chain. A lot of dodgy shit happens in the back, where, or even the normal casinos where none of these could be verified. I think that's where Chainlink or on chain comes in, where even if Pants wants to win their own raffle, they can't, unless they buy more tickets. And if you buy more than a particular amount of tickets, there is no point in putting up a raffle, right? Like, what's the point of putting up a raffle then? So yeah, so that's pretty much is the thing. as a member of the team that cares about your mental health, please invest wisely. Happens with raffles too. That's why you got to support the right people. Yep. So yeah, I mean, there are strategies, of course, but just read a little bit about Famous Fox. Check their floor. Check also Rollbit. Check where they stand. Maxis is kind of like the bridge between, or kind of like the ETH version of Famous Fox and the community version of Rollbit. That's pretty much what the aim is to be in the next few months. Yeah, of course. I think as Amresh mentioned, this is all like I'm not. I can't walk through you guys how things are done, and I wish I can. But uh, just sit down, put it in Excel sheet, do some math and stuff, and don't. Of course, don't treat it as financial advice or something. This I just wanted to inform what's happening. Since Capo asked, like my tickets might not sell out. I don't have following. With this method, you don't need following. So just to put it out there. Any other questions or anything? I think, Brian, please confirm it. Is it going to be a free raffle or a paid raffle? The Genesis free raffle based on volume. So can you just elaborate on the free volume based on volume?
Okay, I can speak now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
please.
So basically, when you use the platform, you get your volume, and then based on that, you get free tickets on the Genesis that we will be raffling. So technically, um, it's basically a raffle for the users of the platform.
Got it. So those people that have been anyways using, I think you'll already be aware. If you need any, assistance or something, maybe Z, do you wanna maybe run or just share your screen and show how maxis work? I think it'll be a nice demonstration of the gas list and also how you just buy one ticket and show them, or even the loan. Just give them a little bit of a demo if you don't mind.
To be honest, sorry, I can't right now since I'm in the hospital.
Oh,
So I'm
okay, okay,
just here for the AME.
okay. Can you guys see my screen?
Yes. Okay.
Can you guys see my screen?
Yes,
Okay.
we can.
Okay. So basically, this is the platform, Maxis, and as I said, it's all on chain. So how this works is basically there's an ETH raffle going on now. So it's pretty much like a shit. Should I gamble this? Okay, let's try 4 plus ETH purchased. Okay, okay, let me just buy the tickets. All right. So there's a point to ETH worth of ETH thing going on. So let me say I'm gonna buy this. So normally what happens is you put in your one ticket or whatever like that you want to buy. Of course, there's two tickets. So now I confirm, right? So normally what happens is you have to pay gas for this. So instead of that, there's an option where pretty much like Blur, there's an option where I can add funds, right? I'm pretty much adding like let's say whatever 0.18 0.18 ETH or something, right? And once I deposit whatever the amount that I want to, pretty much put in, right? So once I deposit that funds, let's just see what happens. I'm trying this feature for the first time. Before it used to be like gas for every ticket that I have to buy, I have to pay gas, for instance. So all right. So now for every deposit, I think there's also some free entries that's given or based on the deposit amount. So I get this free claim for the 3,333 USD raffle as well. Do I claim sign? Okay, so before I had to pay gas for all these, so now the claims and stuff I do not have to. So the microtransactions I don't have to. So I pretty much deposited now. And where's my balance? Where's my history? Do I refresh? Yeah. So my pool balance is 0.18. So if I have to buy, let's say, one of these tickets, right? So let's say this one's Sugar Town. There's 18 tickets left and it's 2 days. And how much is 18 tickets? 0.05. All right. So how many tickets are left? 18 tickets. Okay. Let me try to buy. Okay. The max is 20%. All right. So let me maybe buy this because this is quicker. So I'm buying one ticket. You're spending the pool balance 100% gasless. So basically, once whatever amount that I've deposited, pretty much I can then purchase, whatever amount of tickets that I need, and that's it. Pretty much, I get points. I get raffle tickets for the USDC and allowing me to share or whatever. But I pretty much have this thing here. So my balance is, I think it's probably I need to refresh the page, but so my balance has dropped down to 0.07. And now assume that I'm done with this, I want to withdraw. I just have to put how much I need to and pretty much withdraw it from the pool. Or I participate in other raffles and Adis. Okay, let's buy Adis's raffle, right? So 9 of them. And that's pretty much it. So once I deposit, all my participations is pretty much like gasless plus verifiable on chain. So that's pretty much the thing. Um, did I get rugged or something? All good.
Hey, Sean,
Yeah.
are you guys? I think so with Rollbit. I was in on that, early, and I think the lottery is really good. Are you guys planning to have a lottery for the Maxis marketplace?
Yes, I think once we get the license and which is ongoing now, there is literally no reason for it's pretty much one gambling license, right? So there is no reason for any kind of there's no separate licenses for lotteries or blackjacks or the Revolution gaming machines or any of those things, right? So pretty much our aim is to build a community and have a like a sense of the products that are existing because we started from NFTs and NFTs are pretty much the base for us, right? So once that's set, dropping those extra bits is not a problem. Whether it's and I'll tell you one thing, right? Lotteries or slot machines and stuff are probably got the least amount of probability for people to win. So it's good for the business in terms of, especially slot machines are probably like the worst thing that people could normally play, but people love it, right? Because there's this still 1% chance of making that $1 million is what people always would look at. So the first step is of course to drop the coin flip, and the second step is to look at the next products. Yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot to show the loan feature as well, which I should have probably um see my screen. Okay. Is it visible, guys? The screen was my screen. Yeah, okay, all right, cool. So I think the loan part, I mean, this is not a shill just for pans, anyways, although we hold it. The loan, I've tried a lot of loan platforms. It's been like super confusing. I'm gonna show you guys Blend as well. For me personally, it's been like super confusing as a new user of how do I get loan or how does this the loan stuff work for from the Blend side or whatever, like they ask you to set the parameters, and when I go here, like pretty much like this is just my trial. Like I look at the screen and I'm like, where do I start, right? How do I create a loan? What is this loan offer? What is this max borrow? uh, many people don't even know API, and they said to recommend. Like it's kind of like for me, I felt very intimidated by the thing. It's pretty much maybe for people that are used to, right? So here, what it works, how it works here is very simple. You see the list of collections here, Doodles or PG Genesis, for example, two of the eight offers taken. So there's a 1.5 ETH offer here. So what it does is one thing you can lend. All right, the lending part is pretty straightforward. How much you want to offer, you get 1 ETH. How much interest you get, right? So if I'm going to offer 1 ETH, someone is going to put up there, someone who wants to take a loan on the Genesis, they will pay this interest 0.036. This will come to me. Okay, 14-day period, 151% APY means I put $100. That's $150 by end of the year. That's what 150% APY means. So if I put 1 ETH, I get 0.036. And if I'm offering 10 ETH, because I have 10 ETH for instance, and I give a 10 pieces, for instance, I mean, because I don't have ETH. So which means, offer amount is 1 ETH and I'm giving like 10 pieces. That means I'm making 0.36 ETH. If someone is going to come and borrow that by collateralizing their Genesis, if they fail to pay, what happens is you either get that NFT for the price that you have put in. So, for instance, those people that are looking to buy, let's say, a PG Genesis, but they don't want to pay the exact floor price, or Doodles, they don't want to pay, whatever the amount, the floor price is, right, 2.48 ETH. What they do is they'll offer 1.9 ETH or 1.7 ETH, and they could earn interest when the so they could earn interest while the thing is going on, while there's a chance. And if the person does not pay back in the 7-day period or a 14-day period, you can get the thing back. So the lend option and the borrow option is pretty straightforward. And I think out of the platforms that I've seen, they've been inspired by Shakify. Shakify is one leading lender in Solana. And that's pretty straightforward and simple. And same thing, I think, has worked here, making it easier for people to take loans or supply liquidity for loans. So any of the collections here, if you like, for example, Invisible Friends, and you don't want to buy it for 0.39, but maybe buy it for like 0.22 ETH or 0.25 ETH, once you get it, you can obviously go and dump it in Blur as well. So for example, right, PG Genesis has got a 1.9 ETH offer. Let's say the guy who's offered 1.5 ETH here gets his Genesis, gets the supplies the loan, and if the person who has to pay back in 14 days does not pay back, and the guy gets his Genesis for 1.5, he can still dump the Genesis in the pool for 1.9 ETH. So in short, like you could make back potentially more than what you put in as an interest, or at least you get your NFT for the targeted price. So pretty straightforward, I think, from compared to this thing.
Their Genesis would be locked in the Pan's vault or something. Like, what prevents them from saying, "No, I'm not giving you my Genesis. I lost, but I didn't pay back the loan, but I'm not giving you my Genesis." I'm guessing that it's
No,
locked
no, no,
from.
no, no, it is locked. Yes, for loan you have to give it. That's why smart contract, right? So smart contract's main reason or the benefit is, what is it? Is that you don't need to believe on somebody to send the thing escrow. You don't need to worry about escrows and stuff, right? So they cannot do that. So the NFT will be held by the contract, and even pans cannot take it until unless the 14-day period is done. Then anyone can claim it. The loan supplier can claim it. So in short, the very very simple way to put it is, you want to buy a D gods for 2.5 ETH, but the D gods floor is 3.2, and you can't do anything for 2.5. You can't get a D gods for 2.5, but you can supply the 2.5 ETH as a loan. If someone wants to take that loan, they have a D God, they want a quick 2.5 ETH for whatever reason, they want to buy meme, they want to flip, they want to degen, whatever. And let's say they lose the money, right? They lose the money and they cannot take back the D gods. After the 7-day period, you get the D gods 100%. Okay, the one as a person who supplied the loan, you get the D gods for the 2.5 ETH 100%. But if they come back and they want to pay in within that period, they pay you 2.5 ETH plus the interest. So there's a chance for you to get the NFT, pretty, for the price that you want, or you can get some interest, which can be zero point 0.1 ETH, 0.03 ETH, or whatever, depending on how long they're taking the loan for, 7 days or 14 days and stuff. Is that part clear? Every role bot NFT got an allocation of tokens. Yep, that's pretty much the thing. So BTC pandas, they will have tokens. Our portion of our holdings in pans, we will get tokens. As more rev share comes up, that percentage remains the same for PG, etc. Jira X is equals to maps. Yes, 100%. The redacted airdrop or any airdrops. Jamie is also working on something. So any airdrops that will come for PG or products under PG will be depending on the Jira X. So it's not depending on how much Jira X you have alone. It is about how much Jira X you earned so far. That's the best way for us to reward loyalty. So you burn how much ever Jirax you want, you use how much ever you want. We don't want to restrict people from using it even in the future for the use cases and stuff. It's a bad economy. So it depends on how much you earned. So earning rate is basically shows loyalty. So if you held or if you stayed with us for a year or 7 months or whatever, that gives more loyalty. Of course, there will be some asset-based drops as well, but asset-based drops is like, as I mentioned, I told even long back, for us, our assets are like captains and Girax is like maps. So asset-based token drop is there, but at the same time, Girax will be like our maps. But only difference, as I mentioned, is that it's not about the amount of Girax that's left over. It's more of how much was earned. Because what better way to reward loyalty than do you have Gen 2s? So Girax is generated only by Gen 2s and Fusion. So Genesis will get its allocation, is the highest airdrop, of course, but Genesis does not generate Girax. Genesis is a multiplier for Girax. So yeah. So in short, how do I put it? If captains MVPs do not earn maps, but they were like multipliers. So captains but MVPs get the highest token allocations. However, they don't generate any map, right? So Gen 2s are like the captains which generate maps or Girax, and the token drops will be dependent on that. BTC raffles ETA. I think what happened was with the BTC raffles, right? I think the market was really started shitting itself, and we are a small team as well, so it's like it's not completely it's not rid of, but I think there's a little more market maturity is needed for the BTC market to start doing BRC20 raffles, and it's super slow as well right now the BRC side. So it's not out of the plan, but it's just that probably I think there's a lot more important stuff at this moment. Let's get the revenue stream, let's get the airdrop done properly, let's get the user base, and then in 3 to 6 months, even if the market is really actual, it's real bullish and not like this fake bullish stuff or a fake out. I think in the matter of 3 to 6 months, we are probably having a peak or something. At that period, user base or revenue or token drops, etc., would be like a bliss. So yeah.
Is this alpha shareable, or you need to keep things secret? All the stuff you shared about the casino and all that stuff.
It depends on where you're going to share. Just don't say casino yet. Just maybe talk about the features, what's there, and the token drops and stuff. The coin flip, yes, is going to come out. But yeah, I think the probably when once the license is pretty much in hand, then the official announcement can be made. I think right now it's not about dropping all this info at once. It's about like organic user acquisitions, right? I think Pans had like 3,000 users, I think last month or something like that. It's grown pretty organically without any influencer shills and stuff. It's just people liking the platform and use cases and things like that, right? So we're not in a rush. I think we have seen the space or been in the space, and I hope our community also believes in us a lot more than before now, because so many projects close their shops, blaming the market, blaming this and that, whatever, right? And we are here, we still like, acquiring and building and developing, raising funds. There are people that are trusting and supporting us. And at the same time, so far, we have not we have not changed our mentality. We have, whether it's a bull market or bear market, what is the change that you have seen in us? We have pretty much been the same, in fact working even harder in a bear. So, and when you think about the races that PG has had and compare that to the projects that claim they've lost all the funds, it's ridiculous, right? It's easy to give up, hard to fight, and I don't think we are even fighting. We are just enjoying the process. It's fun and it's really nice. And if you guys, I'll just share this thing, right? Like, I don't know how many of you guys saw. I'll share the latest picture. Let me just see if um, where is that? Where is that thing? So right now we are okay. Let me share this pic, right? Like, this is just one section of the wall. I don't know if there's anything you can zoom and check here, but so this is the team currently, right? Like 12 to 14 hours of grind, as a team. And it's it's a bear market. Sitting here, we still not like, no parties, no drinks, nothing for the last 5 6 months, 5 6 days. It's full on been a hardcore, finalizing session of the announcements, regarding PG. And it's a business. We see it as a business, not a quick hype drop and stuff like that. Dropping a meme coin is not hard. Sustaining the meme coin is the hardest part, right? Anyone can drop a coin like meme, maybe not the Binance level of stuff. Of course, it's not that easy. Definitely a great job there. But we saw what happened with ApeCoin. We saw with so many coins. It's not about dropping coins. It's about how do you sustain as a business model. Like, look at the Phil. I've sent another picture. You guys can see how it's progressed over a few days. And now this was yesterday's pic. So now the entire house is filled with. Uh, it's a lot of work, guys. Trust me. It's not if you don't enjoy this process, if you just want to just think if you think about just making money as a team, you cannot enjoy this process. And all these guys are working for almost zero or $2,000 or $4,000 a month, right? It's well below par any of our experiences. So the team is now a family more than anything else, right? So the only when we can see PG as a family and the team as a family, and the correlation that the team or the people have with the thought process or this thing, right? It's easy to do the same job what we're doing with probably $10 million in hand, right? And burn the money out. And probably a lot of teams are doing that. I don't know, buy a villa in Bali, or fucking pay yourself $1 million. You get the CEOs of whatever brands and etc., right? But I think doing what we are doing requires support and thing from the community, because we're not asking the community for any more money. We're not asking, or we're not making any money from the community anymore. What can you do? Like, no offense, but like Lama, what he did. Hey guys, we tried our best, but we failed. They raised 4x more funds than us, right? 4x more funds than us. A decent exit is out. No one asked. No one knows what pay they took, or how the things went or whatever. We took 1/4 the raise, and we are still working here. We still got the funds. We are fundraising. We are pushing it forward. We require community strength more than any other project, right? Bases, yes, the strength is because of the whales or whatever. So if we want to have people who see the sacrifices or the effort the team puts in, and be like, do I really want to sell this for $200 and fuck up the floor, or do I just be a part of this journey with this team that's putting it all, right? Or be a part of this family. So that's where I think we are really blessed on this side, that A lot of our holders, of course, like Solji, a shout out to you as well. I think I've seen you almost in all the town halls, although I didn't come in for a while. Toto there, Web3 June as an investor. Who's been with us for months. I've spoken, it's been ages since I spoke to you guys, but you still are there. And the thing, Zen Whale has been supporting our products, Meza and Spike through Twitter. I think we have turned into a family, this small group. I spoke about 100 true believers, then a stardom, and we have probably 200, 300 people, like, that are regularly supporting and would probably never sell, right? It's so easy to dump some shit and be like, yeah, I made my $1,000, it's a loss, but that's cost of sushi for dinner for a lot of people in a lot of countries. So we want to just attract or hold few hundred people that see us for the movement what we are making. If I think the same way, right, if the team thinks the same way, and be like, guys, it's a negative EV, why am I getting $4,000 when Tesla was paying me 220K a year? Ken, our CFO, he's 46, and he was the CFO for major brands, Bank of America in Tokyo and Hong Kong. If everybody in PG thinks, we would have shut down 8 months back and nobody would have funded us, right? Nobody would have funded us, in a sense where they would have understood, okay, PG has been transparent with funds. Thanks a lot for trying, guys. We'll take over and run it. Who funded Llamaverse? Nobody, right? So when I see this, it's like, hey guys, do we take the exit and be like, sorry guys, we tried and we didn't do it? We never are going to quit that way. We're never going to give up. We have been super strong. I think the team that's formed with PG is not some rando 20-year-old kids. It's as much as people tease PG to be like boomer team or whatever. The PG team has got experience which majority of the 20s or 30-year-olds do not have, and I'm super proud of the team. Like, I don't think even if I'd gone to LinkedIn and I'd picked people, they would ask, the first question they ask is, what's the pay, right? With the PG, everybody was a holder like you guys. Every single team member was a Genesis holder that then quit their job and joined PG because they loved PG, right? And they wanted to do something different in their life. So I think the what we have here is very special. Do we Are we 100% sure we are never going to fail? No one can answer that. But are we 100% going to keep giving our best and be honest to the community and people around us and the investors? Of course, so Goldie, I think it's not me. I'm the only guy under 30 in that sense. And G, of course, is 24, so I'm 27. But majority of the PG team members are 35 plus. So yeah. So yeah, I'm just saying, like, so I think definitely super blessed to. I think the dev weakness was also sorted now. I think, it's we are in a really good position in terms of a business side of, and we are not VC funded. PG is not VC funded. Okay, just keep that in mind. So since PG is not VC funded, unlike so many other VC funded projects, no one can control what we do with our funds that come into funnel into PG. So we can distribute it back however we want. Unlike other major blue chip projects who have to answer to VCs, we only take VC funds for products under PG. So our portion, so let me put it this way: PG acquires products, PG raises funds for that product, PG holds X percentage of that product, 10%, 20%, 30%, or 60%. So that part, no VCs can control what we do with the money. Okay, but if we sell any equity in PG as a whole, then we would start getting controlled by VCs. They'll ask us to do more drops or try to attempt this, attempt that. Do not distribute funds this way, funnel the funds back, and all those things. Which is why we were very clear, even in the bull market, when we were offered some really good opportunities when every project was going for VC funding at the time, we didn't take it, and we don't regret that part. For products under PG, we are raising funds, and we have raised funds. Yes. Serious question. We need an infographic for PG. Just wait for like 6 to maybe 10 weeks. The full rebrand is gonna clean out all the messes, the consolidation, the website, and so that's why we're not making any announcements and we're not trying to just get people in. We are working in the back to fully clear out how PG looks like. So the rebrand is on the artwork. The rebrand is. I told you we are changing the art. We are changing the the use cases, how things are. So Genesis is not going to exist. Fusion is not going to exist. Don't get scared. I think I already had a presentation. So we will become one single 10K collection. All right, merging into one single collection, and that collection will have its own unique benefits for those who have the Genesis, those who had the Fusion. So you won't feel any difference in terms of the airdrops or what use cases or access to PGCap. But from the outside, we'll be one single collection, clearing out all the confusions. What are our holdings? We have invested. Okay, I'm going to share something with you guys. Just I'll tell you the projects that PG has invested in. Okay, then you tell how strong or how smart our finance team has been with the investments. PG has got investments. How many of you are bullish on Pixelmon when they announced the tokens? Like the flow pumped, people are super bullish. And PG is an investor in Pixel Labs, which owns Pixelmon. Okay, PG is an investor in Pocket Universe. All right, PG is an investor in Xverse, the largest Bitcoin wallet. PG is an investor in Metagravity, which is being used by so many NFT and crypto projects that's running metaverses. And PG's got investments across 10 to 12 projects. We have equity in PG Pans. We got equity in all the products that people going around and tweeting that we are bullish on. PG's got a skin equity, direct equity, and not some NFTs, useless NFTs for a lot of these projects, right? So, in essence, if you're bullish on a product and if you're bullish on some project, one way or the other, PG's got a skin in the game. So for PG to fully fail, if at all, right, all these products that you guys are bullish on in the you probably that entire thing has to collapse. So that is how we have positioned ourselves. We never took profits, right? We never took profits with we never saw it as profits. Yes, we have sold NFTs, we have sold tokens, we have done consultancies. What we do instead is all the profits or all the excess that comes in, we invested in other Web3 companies. We invested in other Web3 projects. What it created is you guys are talking about the 3-3, right? The 3-3, what's happening in Frentech. That's what we did. We 3-3'd. We invested in products early on. They came back and invested in our products now when the time came. So we have helped them before, and imagine that money. I'm like, oh, it's there's nothing wrong, right? Team can take profits, 5%, 10%, or whatever. But we decided as a team that let's not take profits. This is not the time to take profits. We invested for months into different projects, different products. Now we have in a position where we got investments across all these products, so it can be confusing, right? So that's why with the new collection, the new website, all this will be listed. So no one has to ask why should I buy into PG. They'll be like, hey, PG's invested in all these projects. How this value is going to channelize back to the holders? What do I get as a holder apart from accesses? Is what's going to be out there. Let me tell you one thing. This is again, call it a self shill or whatever, I don't care. People have pumped Neo Tokyo to 12th, right? People have pumped Neo Tokyo's flow to 12th because of IDO opportunities. We get the same IDO opportunities or better opportunities even to our holders, like the Sharpnel node, for instance, and there is no first come first serve. There is no fight for allocations here. So Neo Tokyo is an excellent, amazing community. But just compare why people buy into Neo Tokyo as the accesses, and we are getting all the accesses, and we are not just tweeting or talking about it. Yesterday, a Neo Tokyo guy got into PG. Guess for what reason, right? PG Genesis, and the reason he got into PG Genesis was because of the IDO allocations, right? So and it's a CD5 model as well, where you have to buy bytes to put in. But we are not going to do all those things. We are going to get whatever, if there's a deal flow out in the market available. Right now our CFO Ken is getting us all those. One way or the other, we get those deals. Super Oracles already 3x'd theoretically on paper, because the public sale sold out at $480 million. We got in at $160 million. So and congrats to all those who got in. Like, it's a pretty good win. Like, we not a single PG holder had to fight for whitelist for Super Oracles. Everybody could have participated as little as $100, and some of our whales have put as high as $20,000. So allowing that kind of a difference in investment opportunities also into IDOs or products that we believe in, you know, and I'm so happy Neo Tokyo pumped. You know why? Once Neo Tokyo reaches a point, it gets stagnant because there's people don't want to pay 15 ETH or 20 ETH. So w- they have to look for other options. The word would spread. People are already talking about it. So I'm really happy for the success of Neo Tokyo. It's a matter of time for people to look into PG Genesis or Fusion or Gen2s to get accesses into these opportunities. And that is probably the only thing a lot of projects do. But for us, it's one of the things. That's the big difference. And of course, dead Jiras also get access to IDOs. So yeah, so I think this is definitely for your question on the confusion part. Just hold on, just few more weeks. We the new drop is almost like us rugging and dropping a new collection. If we rugged and dropped a new collection as a new team with all our learnings, how would it be, right? That is what we're doing, but without the rug part. That's the difference. So yeah. Neo Tokyo DC is messy and confusing. I'm not going to comment on that because I don't know if our our Discord is actually messed up or not. But we might be moving to Telegram, soon as well for all those who want to invest in stuff. And also, full disclosure, there's about 40 people from the Genesis that are part of our Telegram syndicate, where we bring in some special deals, so special investment deals. That's kind of limited to people with two Genesis or people that can invest at least on an average $5,000 to $10,000 a month. Let's call them the whales, for instance, right? So, if anyone here who thinks if there's a good opportunity and they can invest on an average 5 to 10K a month in early IDOs, do comment here and Ken can probably give you an invite. This is not to show that, hey, you can't come in if you don't have money. It is because that is how the investments work. We are those who have that extra liquidity for 5 to 10K. Certain deals we cannot bring it for $100. So there we have to bring in like a 5 to 10K minimum check per person. So there's about like 35, 36 people there. So those who are keen, you don't need to invest in everything, but if your main thing is though for those with at least on an average 5 to 10K liquidity per month for investment into projects like Xverse or even Supra bigger deals and stuff, you could probably DM me or Ken or G, and we can look at taking you into the group. So yeah. We too broke for the syndicate. So that's why we bring up the opportunities through PG Cap, whichever is fine for us to bring in through like $100, $20, $50 tickets. So but the it's not for all because a lot of investments they do not want to publicly reveal their valuation, so it has to be done in like a small group in Telegram or something. So as I said, anybody in the Genesis or that are looking for it, maybe tag me in the Genesis chat or talk to G and we can add you to the group. So just wanted to put it out there. So yeah. The Telegram group is mainly for investment syndicates from the holders. So the TG group, let me just type it here. So the TG group eligibility is basically for Gen holders mainly so far, or people with at least, I mean, Genesis is less than 5K. So Gen holders with at least 5K a month of spare liquidity. So So the deals are pretty good. But the problem is it has to be like 5K to 10K ticket size per person. So what happens is if it's 25, 30 people that are there, if at least 20 people per um, you know per investment opportunity puts in like 5K to 10K, we get about 100 to 150K. So the TG group is mainly for that reason. That's pretty much it. Not to segregate people. So the aim is to move towards TG with a new rebranding, so that even the small investment opportunities we'll be communicating through Telegram, because Discord has been like really tiring, and I've been burnt out of Discord, so that's why I haven't been coming to Discord for a while. There's so much work, and really apologize for that, but really been burnt out with like Discord. At a point when I looked at it, I started getting like anxious and frustrated, so I was sticking to Telegram and Twitter mostly. So yeah. Opportunities we are getting for the TG group is Valeria Games. I don't know if you guys are familiar with it. A lot of Azuki whales are, super bullish, and some Neo Tokyo people as well. So Valeria will not be probably available on PG Cap, so it will be available for people in the Telegram group, and at a super discounted valuation. So yeah, I think anyways, so these are the kind of opportunities that we are looking, or we look to bring. Mostly wherever possible, we bring it to PG Cap. So yeah. All right, guys. Any other questions before we wrap it up? Anything you want to add from the Pans team as well? I think we went to a lot of PG talk as well. So this was mainly for a demonstration of Maxis and the announcement. Somebody posted, I tried, I tried the Pans Maxis raffle. Was it V? A bit lack. What do you mean by bit lack? Maybe you could share it to the team. Maybe they can get your feedback. Someone's tried the Maxi raffle now and they just felt the gasless is awesome, but a bit lack. Not, I don't fully get it. If you can share what it is, I think the team could take note. So I heard legendary fusions get nothing extra. Probably a trait, yes, but we haven't fully decided yet. But yeah, still want to DM about the digital asset legacy. What was that? Sorry, I completely am not. I will check the disc. I'll check the DMs. Okay. Oh, okay. All right. Let me check it now. I think I think been sorry for the delays, but yeah, it's been been super tiring. Yeah. It won't be something like the TG group gets the best opportunities and everyone not in the TG. No, it's not like that. Whichever investment opportunity that we can put up for public, that they don't mind sharing that it's going as an investment. Like for example, meme coin, right? You want to know who the private investors of meme coin are, right? You want to know who the private investors of meme coin are, because that is their company's rules. They don't want to reveal certain things, but certain investment, like like meme coin, fire sale, they revealed what's the valuation and stuff. So anything that we can publicly post, we will be bringing to PG Cap, not like the leftovers come to the PG Cap or something. And the shrapnel thing, it will be open to all Gen 2s and Fusion holders and Dead Jiras in about 12 hours. So it's not only for Genesis, it'll be open soon for all holders for the shrapnel thing. Yeah.
It's already up, bro. It's already online for everybody, I think.
Any other questions, guys? Anything in general or anything regarding PG or Maxis? Anything but the redacted part. Bali, art. Bullish on Pang Maxis, not 10-year vesting. No, it's 2 years, 100%. Not definitely not 10 years. I'll pretty much talk to you about it, but yeah, definitely not a 10-year vesting. I think that was some error from their side. Um, so maybe talk about snakes. Okay, Aural Stata is definitely going to kill me. So I think one of Z, I think one of them is V. Just maybe DM him. I'm not sure if he's here, but he mentioned something about the UI or something. Maybe just have a chat with him. Took 3 to 5 seconds to reflect on dashboard, but overall is awesome. Okay, so I think it's the auto refresh thing where it, even I had to refresh to see the balance. So I think apart from that, the thing was fine, I guess. Anyone keen to support trusted creators and potentially be a part of the DAO? So the DAO is basically the raffle DAO that I spoke about. So if anyone's keen, reach out to the Sentinels or the Renegades or whatever, or even the Genesis guys. If you guys want to form your own DAO to test something with Maxis, Brian and Z will be available. You guys can tag them in the chat, ask some questions as well. So yeah, I have one already from way back. Nice. So do you call him daddy? It's been a while, Zero. How have things been? Missed your voice, man. Get up on the chat. Welcome back, Mew Mew's been a while as well. Okay, so I'm just gonna stop the recording. I don't know if it was even started first. Okay. So any questions? Any other questions in general? Um, before I wrap it up and go back to work. So I just shared the picture of working. We'll share a video tomorrow, maybe of our final wall. I think the Airbnb is gonna probably charge us something. The walls are fully filled with uh, stuff. So yeah. Okay. So, GRAX to ERC20. No, GRAX will not go to ERC20. GRAX will be used to claim some ERC20 tokens, so that we can continue the way it is. We'll just remodel the way it works and not just depend on whitelist pots, and make it more fun. But yeah, it's not going to be. We're not going to go back to GRAX as a ERC20, but rather GRAX will be allowing people to claim different ERC20s. Like ERC20s of actual products. For example, let's say our Maxis allocation is 1 million tokens. Okay, for example, right? Um, for instance, right? And out of that 1 million tokens, for instance, we might allocate then, based on GRAX. So if we'll be asking you guys to burn GRAX for claiming a portion of the tokens, and the number of GRAX burned would be equivalent to the amount of tokens you claim. So it's a guaranteed, but it will depend on how much GRAX can be burned, or it could be like a even distributed drop per NFT or whatever. So GRAX will be used to claim ERC20 tokens, in short. And also, guys, any support on the Maxis for a retweet or a comment or something would be really appreciated. We pretty much rely on the community for our entire operations and stuff. We do not do paid shills and random bots. So any kind of support also would be really appreciated. And anything you guys want to try, or any updates or suggestions, I think will be. I think the team will really appreciate it as well. So yeah. All right, cool. If no other questions, then I'll pretty much end it here. Let's see, or anybody want to add something, but I'll just talk about the snakes, or else Tata is gonna kill me. So snakes is dropping in 2 days. It's by our Genesis holders, Skyborn and Donpute, one of our OGs. So they inscribed it under 10K, and under 10K is seen as, I think Leonidas also posted today. Under 10K is seen as a grail by a lot of BTC ordinal collectors, and of course, mm, one of the most bullish BTC guys that I've seen in our community is I think Tata. So what we are doing is basically that's being sold for a little bit below the floor price of any under 10K collection. So I think the 10K collection's floor is 0.005 BTC or something. I think it's selling for, I think, 0.036 or something like that. So it's under 10K grail or whatever. So those who are keen, of course, those who hold dead Jiras are whitelisted automatically if they want to buy. For those who are otherwise interested, it'll be open through a public mint. So, or you hold a TOC, I think, right, Tata? I think TOC or something. So no private sale or anything, I think. Unless, did we open any private sales at all for Genesis holders or Dead Jira holders, if at all they wanted to buy?
No, it's all whitelist
I think
based.
we opened anything. So yeah, I think pretty much the dead snakes is probably gonna mint Tuesday or Wednesday. So as well. So just adding that, yeah. What else did I have? So the benefit that anyone who mints snakes is also going to get a free Bitcoin Bears NFTs, ordinals, which is under 70K or something, 67 to 89K. So this is pretty much the tweet. So everybody who mints snakes will also be getting the under 70K mint as well for free. So yeah. So and also the utilities, you get access to Tata 24/7. You can call him any minute. He becomes your pocket slave. So that's the benefits of as well. So yeah, all those who have seen Tata doxed, you definitely want, and especially the girls, you probably want Tata's connects for real. I'm not making this up. Like those who have seen, I think you will pretty much he's single and he's pretty much like is you can the way to win his heart is through, or even the gays are fine, like if you're into guys or the girls who are into really good looking guys, I think you have to buy a snake and you get access to Tata. That's it. Should I leak a pic from Bali? He'll definitely come and kill you, Adis. He's been like Tata has a video on Twitter under PG. Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, Tata is actually doxed. There's a video in PG apparently, the trailer. I don't know. Maybe not. Buy snakes, and then okay, buy snakes and you get a private reveal of Tata. That's it. I swear it's worth it. Like as I mentioned, for the few girls in the Web3 space, and the guys who are into guys, buy snakes, get private pick from Tata. And if you feel that he's not a 10 on 10, we'll refund the snakes mint. How's that for a guarantee from us? I mean, it's a fair deal, man. You're gonna get your funds back. If that's not what the promise was, not true. I hope this part is on the recording. Nope, it's gone. All right, but anyways, jokes apart, I think it's pretty much by our beloved Genesis holders, Don Pute and Skyborn. So I think they were super quick in pretty much in scrubbing the collection under 10K, and this is probably, I don't know. Tata was telling that this is the only 10 leftover under 10K collectible or something that's minting or whatever. So yeah, anyways, for those who are into BTC or those who believe in BTC ordinals, just keep an eye out. And for all the dead Jiras, you'll be auto whitelisted for mint. It's only a 60-piece collection. No, 50-piece. It's a 50-piece collection. Yeah, 54 pieces. Okay. All right, easy. And okay, any other questions? Of course, just tag me in the chat or Gen chat or the layer. So that's pretty much it. Then I'll wrap it up. Thank you so much. I think we had a really good turnout. So I think there's a lot more updates as it comes along. Quite excited, quite tiring, but super excited. So let's see. There's a lot to look forward to. New art, new products from PG, new investment opportunities, maxis, stuff, and also the redacted announcements, token drops. So yeah, I think fair to say, I think now I feel, now I think I rarely say this, but now I feel like for real we might be undervalued compared to all the other projects that's just pumping for no reason. So that's better. That's always better to be undervalued than overvalued. So I think when we start delivering the value, I think when the token drops or stuff, or even when Supra actually opens up, I think that's when I think hopefully people start seeing us more as well. So yeah, cool. Catch you guys then. Thanks. Bye.